When it feels like life is out of control, it's helpful if we can find one thing that we can control. I'm Dr. Megan, the Prednisone Pharmacist, and I know from personal experience how out of control life can feel when you're taking prednisone. And what most people don't know is one of the big reasons that it makes your life feel out of control. I'm here to share that with you today. And if you stay with me till the end, I have a special gift to give you. You just stay to the end. So that thing that most people don't know about, this trick, is that prednisone causes nutrient depletion. What in the world is that? What is nutrient depletion? Depletion is when you run out of something. Like when you drive your car until the gas light goes on, your tank is depleted. Or when you spend all the money in your bank account is depleted. And what are nutrients? They're vitamins and minerals that you need to survive. Prednisone steals those nutrients, and it does so in a variety of ways. First of all, it blocks your gut from absorbing it. Some nutrients, it makes you pee it out way more than you should. Others, it stops your body from making the correct hormones that it needs to use it. So prednisone causes all of these different changes in your body to make it hard to get the correct balance so that you can stay feeling like you normally would if you weren't taking prednisone. Now you might wonder, which nutrients does prednisone deplete? And what's surprising is that there are at least 9, maybe even like 11 or 12 that prednisone depletes. We know for sure it depletes 9 of them. So what are these nutrients that prednisone depletes? The very most important one is calcium. Why do we care? Because the most permanent long-term side effect that is commonly experienced by people is called, here's the big fancy term, glucocorticoid-induced osteoporosis. That really just means your bones get weak and break down because of the prednisone. It's like you're a little old grandma hunched over when you're still young. There was a girl posted and she said, I feel like this is old people stuff. And she was just 21. She had osteoporosis from prednisone. So calcium is number 1. The second one is related to it, and it's vitamin D. Vitamin D is vital to take with the calcium so that it's absorbed correctly for your bones. The third one is chromium. Now, chromium is essential. It's a mineral that, like a metal that your body needs to make this complex to use your sugars correctly. You might have heard that when you're on prednisone, it causes high blood sugar. There's a high likelihood that it's because of the chromium, that the chromium is interfering with your body's ability to use the sugar appropriately. So you have high blood sugars, and high blood sugars lead to hunger cravings, lead to weight gain, lead to all sorts of miserable consequences. So those are the top 3. And those are the ones that are depleted the most. Those are the most important ones to care about. Here are some more that you need to know so that you can make sure that you incorporate these. I'm going to read them off my paper here. Magnesium, zinc, potassium, folic acid, vitamin A, and vitamin C. That was number 6 after that. Those are all depleted, and you should be doing what you can to make sure that they're an important part of your diet. And then the last 3 that we're not really sure about are selenium, strontium, and melatonin. So why do we care? Why do we care about these big fancy terms that are like from the periodic table of the elements or something? Because nutrient depletion may lead directly to side effects. We know that calcium is related to osteoporosis. We know that chromium is related to hyperglycemia and weight gain. What about these other ones? So we know that the calcium and vitamin D have to do with your bones. But what about folic acid. What about vitamin A and C? So let's talk about magnesium first. Magnesium is really important for a lot. It's like everywhere in your whole body, and you need it for so many reasons. And prednisone is stealing it from your blood, from your bones, all over. And it can also help keep those healthy blood sugar levels. So you got to keep that one steady. Zinc. So we all know that zinc is important for proper immune system support. A lot of people will take zinc when they have a cold coming on. And it's because you need zinc for a lot of your immune system functions to work. And prednisone is stealing that. It also is important for your adrenal glands, the whole adrenal system that prednisone is interfering with. And it can help maintain bones, strong bones, and a healthy mood. Potassium. Oh, this potassium. Potassium is so super important. When potassium goes up, sodium goes down. And what is sodium? Salt. Salt is super high in people who take prednisone. And that is what's leading to your water weight gain. So when your potassium is going down, your sodium's going up, your face is going like this, your belly's going like that, and you look like your typical prednisone patient. But if you can get your prednisone, potassium and sodium levels balanced, you're set. Okay, folic acid. Let me get to the right page. Folic acid is important to have a good mood and a healthy heart. And it can also lead to like swelling of your tongue if you don't have enough folic acid. Then vitamin A. So vitamin A deficiency is so interesting. Because vitamin A deficiency, these symptoms that you would read about if somebody doesn't have enough, they're really similar to the prednisone side effects. So it's like, which one is it? Is it a prednisone side effect, or is it really a vitamin A deficiency? Let me read it to you. Dry skin. Tons of people with prednisone say they have dry skin. Dry eyes. You don't hear that one as much. Night blindness. Maybe. Prednisone does weird things to your eyes, but infertility and trouble conceiving. Delayed growth in children. Oh, you see that all the time with children who have to take steroids. They tend to be shorter. Throat and chest infections. Oh, yeah. Poor wound healing, for sure, with prednisone. And acne and breakouts. That happens. Tons of people complain about the acne face from prednisone. So, vitamin A is vital too. Next is vitamin C, and we know that vitamin C is so important for the immune system. But what's really interesting is they did a study in the ICU of people who were given prednisone or another steroid while they were in the ICU and, getting near dying. If they gave vitamin C to the people who were taking prednisone, it worked better. So the vitamin C, according to the study, said can make it work even better. So that's a very helpful one. Finally, prednisone is interfering with the sleep-wake cycle. It doesn't give your body the same, I want to go to sleep and it's time to wake up, that you normally have. And that is related to melatonin. Melatonin is your body's sleep hormone. And prednisone is interfering with your ability to make it and make it at the right time. So those are all depleted in prednisone. There were a few more that might be depleted, and I'm not going to go into those today to keep this video brief, but I did promise you a gift at the end, and that is these nutrients are all important to be in your diet, in your life while you're taking prednisone. And unless you were taking really good notes, it's pretty hard for you to know which of those to be supplementing or to be including in your diet. And so I have a list called Nutrients You Need, and you can get it at the link below. You can sign up at the link below to get this cheat sheet. It has all of those nutrients that prednisone is stealing, plus ways to incorporate it into your diet. The best sources of foods that contain those nutrients. So when I started this video, I said, when life feels out of control, especially when you're on something like prednisone, there's not a lot that you can control. But one thing that you can control is your diet, is what you're putting in your mouth. And so while you are taking prednisone and life feels out of control, get that nutrients you need cheat sheet so that you can know exactly what is the best to be putting in your body to fuel it appropriately while you're taking prednisone. Signing off as Dr. Megan, a prednisone pharmacist.